What's up everyone, Onno here from Lussive Audio. I'm excited to present you an overview of our production tool, the bass generator. The bass generator is a native instruments Kontakt instrument for creating distorted bass sounds. And not in your typical synthesizer way. The instrument is a sample-based, so-called bass wavetable synthesizer. It features 5 different sound layers and it allows you to combine all of them into a powerful, distorted bass signal. No matter if you produce hardstyle, hard techno, psytrance, bass house or any other genre that features distorted bass signals, the instrument is made to deliver. We believe producing music is and should be fun and creative, so we've modeled a creative process for you. The main bass layer features 10 different distortion chains, giving you a range of characters from noisy saturations to resonant overdrives. Each distortion style can be altered with a double EQ set, shape control, amount and analog control. Get creative fast by rolling the dice to randomize your EQ settings. If the main bass layer doesn't give you enough bass, just open the back panel. This reveals another double sound source with bass waves to shape your sound. This layer features a rich set of controls to shape your sound in movement, vibe and character. If needed, you can replace or add the low-end range with a specific sub-sound. Use the sampler to add your additional sounds, or load your distorted bass sound to play it easily in any BPM and on any note in a consistent way. If you want to play a supportive kick along your bass sound, we've got you covered. There are a few kicks for various genres preloaded. Loading your own sounds is possible for various layers, easily, by dragging them onto the drop areas. The pitch of your sound is automatically detected or can be controlled manually. Polish and play with your sound by using any of the internal effects. For those who use native instruments hardware, such as Machine or a complete keyboard, we've made it fully compatible. This means that you can control the instrument in an intuitive way, straight from the hardware. I will demonstrate this in a bit when I play some of the sounds. And finally, we've made the instrument accessible for anyone who is producing. The instrument works in the Kontakt Player edition, which is available for free via Native Instruments Access platform. This means that you don't need the full edition of Kontakt, but if you do have that, of course it is ready to use with that as well. Now, let's listen to some sounds. So, let's dive in. As you can see here, I have loaded the bass generator instrument on the complete control hardware. This will also work on the machine. But if you don't have that, don't worry, of course, it is a Kontakt instrument. So as you can see in the graphical user interface, all the controls are there. Even more, there are over 120 controls, which you can just control with your mouse from your computer. But I like to do the demo from the hardware since it's fun and it gives you a good overview of what's possible. Let's play the init sound. Nice kick and bass. From the first page of the keyboard controls, I can enable and disable sounds. Let's do that. Only the bass, only the kick. Add the extra bass, add the sub bass, add the sampler, or combine them. Like that, play a different note. It all plays in sync with the BPM of your DAW, and it is fully time stretched, so this means that all of the notes will sound at the same length. So this means that you can just play around with any of the notes. So let's explain a bit about what we see here. So on the complete control keyboard we have 2 main panels. The first main panel is to enable and disable the sounds. The second main panel is where you do the sound selection and where you can control the main distortion of the main bass sound. And then there is an edit section, which I will go over in a bit, which has a lot of detailed controls mapped to the keyboard. So let's play around. Let's first disable all the sounds but the kick, because I want to show you something. So let's change a different kick. Like that one. And what I can do now is I can just enable the bass by scrolling through one of the bass sounds. like that. And if I want to disable it, I just mute it to the first position. Okay, what I can do with this main bass sound is shape the distortion style. So I can pick another one, like, I don't know, raging. Just change the shape. All of these bass styles have a different shape algorithm. So let's play early. Now it's more early hardstyle based. Okay, I like this one. So let's add the extra bass sound. Already pretty good. The sub I don't need now, and let's add an additional sample. Yeah, pretty solid. Now let me turn down all of the layers like that, because I want to demonstrate a bit more about the bass layer in itself. So let's go to the edit page. In the edit page we have various sections ranging from the bass to the extra bass to filtering, time stretch and starting position of some of the samples, mixing in terms of volume of all the layers, effects in terms of the reverb and delay. And we have a master section with more additional distortion, volume control, and enabling or disabling the limiter. And all of these features, of course, are available in the user interface as well. So let's go to the bass. Let me start by playing around with the amount, because I have an extra control here. Allows you to control it a bit more even. And what I can as well do is, if you look at the user interface, you can see that this is the first EQ which I'm controlling. I can easily control it straight from the keyboard. And now for something interesting, because I can also control the rhythm, but for that I need to go to one of the bass sounds which is playing a pure long tone. Like this one, it's playing from the start. So this is not eligible to all of them, because some of them already have a predefined rhythm, but for this one it'll work. Now let's go to the rhythm control. As you can see, there is no rhythm now. So what I want to do is change the rhythm to, let's say a triplet style or a stutter style. Remember, this is timed to the BPM of the DAW, in this case complete control, which is set to 120, so it feels rather slow, but you get the idea. The straight bass line is just for the off bass, triplet is a bit later, so you get this bouncing feeling. And you can even mix it in. With the original signal. So what else can I do? Let's disable this layer and let's enable the bass layers like that. Let's pick, of course, a sound for the bass layers. Okay, wave 5 and wave 9. Let's go to the extra bass. So we have set the wavetable positions and we can play around. We've set the waves and we can play around with the position. For this, let's change the GUI to the back panel, because you can actually see what I'm doing there. As you can see now, I'm scrubbing through the wavetable of the second sound, and the slider is moving. Like that. I can control some of the filtering. I can control time stretching and the sample start. I can mix in the sound like that. Add some reverb. Not too much. All of these effects are insert effects and send effects, so you can also add them from your DAW if you want to have a bit more control, but this is just hands-on to play and to integrate it into your sound directly. Of course, the master control, we can add some more distortion. Specifically on the keyboard, I can enable or disable the velocity. so you can play around with the volume, but if you turn this off, then it always gives a steady distortion result. But, you know, play around with the instrument to make it your own. So this is an overview of the controls from the complete control keyboard. If we further look at the graphical user interface, we see that everything revolves around various panels. I think I've talked enough about the layers, and you've seen the interface react to the keyboard as well. You can choose the distortion style, enable or disable the main bass layer, play around with the rhythm, with the EQ, use the dice function to randomize the EQ with the distortion. You can open the back panel via the tab system or by clicking the button over here. And once you're happy with the sound, you can either load it into a sampler right away, or you can even replace the bass line, because sometimes when you do heavy distortion, the sub gets a bit, I don't know, a bit messed up. And for that, you can just enable the layer, pick one of the sub sounds, cut the bass on the other layers. As you can see, the controls also reacting to that. Easily load up your own sounds by dragging and dropping them into the panel. Enable the effects for 2 pages and play the supportive kick, and also load your own over there. This is an overview of the instrument. If you have any questions or remarks, or want to check out some more details, go to bass-generator.com or check out the Lussive store, and yeah, happy to interact. And if you go for it, enjoy it.